YouTube, coming at you from V-Rob Sports and Anime. It's your boy Monroe TKD. You already know what it is. Got a video today for y'all. I'm always getting asked this question. I always like to bring my Rubiks Cube along. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and show y'all how to solve it beginner method style. So, if you like my video, like, subscribe, and keep up with my content. You already know what it is. Holla at me. What's up, YouTube? Alright, I'm getting ready to solve this Rubik's Cube and show you guys how to do this. The first thing I want you guys to know is that while solving the Rubik's Cube, I'm going to ask you guys to choose specific pieces that need to go to what place from here to here or wherever the case it may be. By doing so, I'm going to name out 3 style pieces. Those 3 styles, for example, are going to be 1 corner pieces. Why? Because corner pieces have 3 colors attached to it. You got the blue, the white, and you got the red. Okay, that's this piece here. This is considered an edge piece because it's on the edge. These always have 2 colors attached to it. Last but not least, you have the middle piece, which is white. The middle piece will always tell you what side's going to be what color. So there's nothing I can do to move that middle piece. I mean, yeah, you can do something like this, but that's not really moving it, right? So the middle piece, if this side is, the middle piece is green, that means this side, it will eventually have to be green, yellow, and so forth. Okay? So when you're solving the cube, most of these things come with instructions that are algorithms. Now, algorithm does sound fancy and nerdy, but all it is a sequence that if repeated enough times, the cube will go back to its original position. What that is when I'm solving the cube, when you're in a certain position, you always want to face the cube just like this. This is the front as if it's facing you. So I might say something like, for example, front, it means turn it as if it's facing you clockwise, correct? And then after that, let's just say I say front inverted. That just means turn it counterclockwise. Okay? If I say right, that means turn it clockwise. Right inverted, counterclockwise. Left, same thing, clockwise. Left inverted, counterclockwise. And then there's also going to be an up for the same thing, clockwise. Up inverted, down inverted, same thing. Okay? Down inverted is this way, and then this way is down, regular down for clockwise. All right, now that you got that down, just to understand how that works, front inverted, down inverted, right, whatever, I will show you that if repeated enough times, it'll go back to its original position. So I'm going to show you a quick sequence, an algorithm that usually works, or not usually, always does. It's an algorithm that you'll be using most of the time throughout the rest of this video. So this algorithm goes like this: right inverted, down inverted, right, down, 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 right inverted, down inverted, right, down. Now one more, right inverted, down inverted, right, down. Notice how the cube just went back to its original position. All right, now that it's all mixed up, nice and colorful, we can move on to the next step. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is solve this whole first layer. Now, before we can do that, the first step you want to do is getting a white cross. Now, you notice that there's 2 already here, okay? Reason why we want to solve the white cross, just to help out, is because it stands out more and it'll be easier to spot, in my opinion. You can start off wherever you want to, start off red, however you want to do it, but it's going to turn out exactly the same based on the movements I'm going to teach you moving forward. So, first thing we want to do is when you have the white, you're going to look for any one of these 4 edge pieces, again, keyword edge, has 2 colors attached to it, right? So we could start off here. Edge piece, so there's white, and then whatever color this is red. This red has to go to the side that's eventually going to be red, because the middle piece, the middle color, tells you exactly what side is going to be what color. So by doing so, what you can do is, from the top, you want to hold it as if it's always facing up, the side that you're trying to solve. This whole side is going to be eventually what? Right. So it's going to be a white side. Since we're going to work on the white first, we're going to go ahead and take this edge piece, okay, and we're going to go ahead and move it all the way down. Okay. Now it's going to be here at the bottom. By moving it all the way down, you're going to turn it, because this red is telling you, because it has white in it, this red is going to tell you exactly where it needs to go. You're going to keep moving it until it lines up, like right here. So in this case, it just took one move. Now I'm going to take it and just turn it all the way to the top so that the white will line up with the red. So we take it here and just turn it. Boom. So you've got your first one here. So notice that when you are done solving this top piece, not only is the white on the top is going to be solved, because a lot of people will solve the top, but then the rest of the colors here will be mixed up. That means it's not correct, obviously. Now, there are going to be cases where, okay, I'm going to show this to you guys. Okay. Now that you have these two, you have orange, you have red, correct? Let's see you find another one. Here's one, for example. White and green. Okay. You're going to turn it until you get to the green side. This side's going to eventually become green. Here's your piece. And then all you got to do is turn it all the way up, correct? To get on top of this white to get here. Now, when you turn it, it's obvious that you turn it all the way up, and you'll notice that this white and this green, it's in the right spot, but it needs to be flipped around. This white needs to be here, and this green needs to be on this side. Now, when you run into that kind of situation, all you got to do, okay, is you'll face it this way, and you'll use this algorithm for just this part, for trying to get this cross, okay? And this is for only the beginning section when you're trying to do this whole front part. You're going to take it, and then you're going to do front inverted, up, left inverted, up inverted. And what that does is it fixes it without messing these two up. Okay? Now with just that, you should be able to solve the entire cross to start it off. Okay? I have the same thing here. Alright guys, so next step now that we have the cross and they're lined up, we're going to be looking for the next 4 white pieces, which are corner pieces that have white in it. Okay, so I like to look at the bottom first. So you have the cube, right? We want to face it straight up because this is the side we're going to be solving. Look in the bottom. Here's our first one here. We've got the white, red, blue. So when you have the first one, the red, the blue and the red is going to tell you what side it has to go to. Why? Because the middle pieces never move, and they'll tell you exactly what side is going to be what color. By doing so, you want to take this red and blue, red, white, and blue, and you're going to keep turning it until you get it exactly to the side that's going to have eventually red, white, and blue. Blue side, red side, white side. So that tells you this piece needs to go all the way up here, from here to here, with the very first algorithm that I showed you at the very beginning of this video. So what you want to do is you want to hold it just like this, okay, and make sure that the piece that you want to come up here is all the way in the bottom right hand corner, okay. And what you're going to do is use that algorithm at the very beginning. This is going to be your front, and you're going to use this algorithm. Same one again. So you're going to go right inverted, down inverted, right, down, right inverted, down inverted, right, down, right inverted, down inverted, right, down. You're going to keep doing it until you see that piece replaced. Now notice, it is now there. Bam. Boop. All right. Now we need 3 more. Look at the bottom, see if there's any. There we go. Here's one right here. Now when you do it, sometimes it will take anywhere from 3 tries, 1 time, or 5 times, but you're going to keep using that algorithm, right inverted, right, down, and you will eventually see it replaced on the top. In this case, we have one that's white, blue, and orange. White, blue, and orange. Take it to the white, blue, and orange side. In this case, boom, there you go. Hold it in the bottom right-hand corner. Let's begin. Right inverted, right, down. In this case, it only took 1 time. And there you go. You have solved the whole first layer. Now, one way you know you've done it right, like I said before, is if not only have you solved this top layer, but the sides should all be the color that this side will eventually become. Blue, red, green. All right, guys, so the next step now is solving the entire second layer. The second layer is only going to require 4 pieces because the middle piece is already set for you. So in order to solve the second layer, you're going to look for pieces, 4 edge pieces, just like these. You know what I'm saying? So you want to take the cube and turn it upside down where the solved layer is on the bottom this time around. And you're going to look at the very top, and you're going to look and see these 4 edge pieces and look for any one of these that doesn't have yellow. Why? Because the yellow is going to be solved eventually at the very top, because that's what this is attached to. Okay, so move around, just move the cube around, and you're going to look and see if you find one. Boom, there's one here. Here's green and here's orange. The green and orange tells you green and orange side. So you're going to move it and line up that green. That orange is going to tell you what side by holding it face like this every time you do the algorithm. Holding it like this, and it's going to tell you to go either to the right or the left hand side. In this case, it's the right because this side is going to be orange eventually. So this is going to go here. This side, the second layer is only going to require 2 algorithms to solve the entire second layer. So there's only 2 you need to know once you get to this point. To start it off, this is the algorithm that shows you how to get from this piece here to put it down to the right. And this is how this goes. So it's going to go up, right, up inverted, right inverted, up inverted, front inverted, okay, and then up, front. Boom. The piece is there. Okay. Now in this case, this time you have red, and then there's the blue. The blue needs to go to the left-hand side this time around. It's blue, red. All right, boom. So you know it needs to go here. Hold it just like this, and then you're going to do the algorithm, but it's in a mirror backwards. But this is how it will go. Okay. It's going to go up inverted, left inverted, up, left, up, front, up inverted, front inverted. Okay. Now by doing so, you do a quick check. That piece is there. All right, guys. Now we're on the third and final layer. You're almost there. Stick with it. I guarantee you, you can show this to your friends, get happy, and you'll be a beast at this once you get this all down. All right, so the next step. Now we can worry about the yellow pieces, edge pieces to be exact. These edge pieces, the first thing you want to do is try to get a cross right here with the yellow piece without messing any of this up. Now, right after you have solved the second layer, and the reason why I say right after is because sometimes right after you solve the Rubik's Cube, solve the second layer, you will sometimes get an L just like this. Sometimes you will get a complete straight cross with the yellow, an L with the yellow, and sometimes it'll just be one yellow in the middle. You don't have to worry about the corner pieces. You're just worrying about the edge ones next to this yellow for this cross. So in this case, I got an L. Now I will do this real quick. Sometimes, like I said, you'll get a cross like that. Sometimes you'll even get it all the way. Okay. And in this case, if you get an L, and this is the only time you will use this method when you get the L, because the rest of it is exactly the same. Okay. If you get an L, the one thing you want to do is use this algorithm. Then this algorithm goes for all of them just to get the cross, the one I was just doing right now in a fast motion. So this algorithm goes like this. You'll hold it, same thing, facing you. It's going to be front, right, up, right inverted, up inverted, front inverted. Then you will get that straight across L. Or I should just say straight across to be exact. Okay. So once you get that, because you'll have the L, sometimes you'll have that L, you'll have to do this, which turns it into this. Okay. And then you'll do it one more to turn it into the cross. Same thing. Okay. So it's going to go front, right, up, right inverted, up inverted, front inverted. Now you have gotten the cross. Once you get the cross, just like you did at the very beginning of this video, you've got to line it up, correct? Notice how none of these are completely lined up. Once you have the cross up here with the yellow, every time you get the cross, or right after you have done it to get this cross, there's always two sides that are able to line up no matter what. You'll never just get one. There'll always be at least two or all four. So in this case, you'll turn it until two of them line up. All right, there's orange, green, but these two don't line up. So notice these two need to be swapped. There's the red that needs to go over there. The blue, I'm sorry. Blue needs to go over there, red needs to go over here. But in this case, you have these two. Okay. Now, when that's the case, you want to hold it just like this, where the two that are lined up are directly the upper right-hand corner. This piece and this piece are actually lined up with their perspectives, with their respected side color. Green, in this case, it's the orange over here. Okay. Now, when you have it on the upper right-hand corner, you want to do this algorithm that's going to help you be able to line them all up. Okay. Now, in this case, the upper right-hand corner, and if there is two others, there's going to be one in the front and one here. So sometimes you'll have this one and this one lined up instead of just the two directly across from each other. It'll be this two. So if you have one that's lined up like this, you want to face it exactly how I have it now, where this one is lined up and that one's lined up. But in our case, just these two here are lined up. And if that's the case, they'll be in the upper right-hand corner. All right, I'm going to start this algorithm. and show you how these pieces line up for the cross. Okay, it's going to be right, up, right inverted, up, right, up, up, right inverted. And then once you do that, you'll just turn it up one more time to line all of them up. Okay. All right, folks. Almost there, almost there. Look how it looks. All you need to do is fix these last 4 corner pieces and you are home free. So here's what we're going to do. Next thing, last but not least, is we need to solve these 4 corner pieces. By doing so, we need to look for any of these 4 corner pieces that are in the correct spot. And what I mean by the correct spot is making sure that you see this piece here, it has yellow, green, red. Now, what I mean by correct spot, is it in the corner in which this piece belongs here? Yellow, red, green, and then the piece has yellow, red, green. Meaning, if you were to take this piece and flip it just around like that, it would be corrected. That's where it means in the correct spot, right? So this is actually in the right spot, but it just needs to be corrected in a way in which you could flip it. Now, these other ones, I'm not so sure. That has blue in it, yellow and orange, but this is not the right one because this has blue, red, and yellow. This has blue, orange, and yellow. So that's not in the right spot. This is also not in the right spot. And this one's not in the right spot. So that means only one piece is in the right spot. When you have one in the right spot, because the next step we're trying to do is you want to make these 3 pieces swip swap. This piece is going to go over here, this piece is going to go over here, and this piece is going to go over here. By doing so, what do you want to do? Here's the next algorithm that will do just that. Without messing this piece up, you want to place it with a piece that is in the correct spot in the upper right hand corner as if you're facing it just like this. And this is the algorithm that you will be using. Okay, and so this is going to be up, right, up inverted, left inverted, up, right inverted, up inverted, left. Now notice that this piece never changed, but these pieces did. But they're still in the wrong spot. So we're going to have to do it again. You'll do it as many times as you need to make sure they're all in the correct spot. Okay? Next step, try it again. Now that you have these pieces, this one's already corrected, so it's in its right spot. So it needs just these 3 to be solved. Now what you want to do is, this is your last step. You're almost home free. Almost solved, right? You want to take it. In this case, since I have 3, I like to place it here. It doesn't matter how you do it. Okay? You're gonna always start off with the upper right hand corner, so that way you can start solving these pieces. So guess what algorithm we're gonna use? We're gonna use the very first one that we used at the very beginning of this video. Once again, right inverted, right, down. Here we go. Right inverted, right, down. Right inverted, right, down. Now, when you do that, notice how it fixed itself. You'll notice this still looks messed up, but that's okay. Make sure you only focus on this, that it fixed itself. When that happens, next step, turn it, and then do the same thing. Now we've got to fix this one. And one final ups to fix it, and you have now solved your first Rubik's Cube. Congrats, folks. I know you feel good. I know I do. All right, y'all. But yeah, if you like this video, please like, subscribe to my videos. I'm going to be having more. I'm mainly on anime content and sports, football, NBA. Holla at your boy. It's Monroe TKD. Rob Sports, Rob Anime. Next time, take care.